What is going on? I'm Bill DeWeese, pro voiceover talent, voiceover career coach. Today with a hack to help you to smooth out and increase the speed of your editing, voiceover editing workflow. And I will be using Adobe Audition as I show you. I mean, this can be done with any program. I'm quite sure, but just so you know, in the interest of full disclosure, Adobe Audition is the program I use. And what I'm sharing with you will be a video clip from a coaching session that I did earlier today for my VoiceOver Blueprint program. And I did this session with my daughter Mallory, who is actually not only my assistant and has been for the past 10 years. She is absolutely crushing it in voiceover. She is doing so incredibly well and is an expert in her own right. So when you hear a female voice, that's who you will be hearing. But just to set this up, this is from a weekly coaching session that I do with my VoiceOver Blueprint group. For those of you who don't know, I have a comprehensive coaching, mentoring, training program, the VoiceOver Blueprint. It's over 70 hours of streaming training covering all aspects of voiceover. It also it contains approximately, give or take one or two, 15 live webinar coaching sessions every month for our members, as well as our own private Facebook group where you can watch me work as I stream video live from my studio as I work. And we get together, there's a weekly Wednesday session that we have, that's what this was, in which I shared this with the students in the Blueprint, and I thought you might find it helpful as well. So enjoy. Okay, so the next is a little workflow trick I want to share with you. I had a session yesterday with Rob Ryder, who's a Blueprint owner, and we're preparing. I'll be producing his demo here. Actually, next week he'll be coming in for the recording session. And yesterday we were talking, and he mentioned something that he wanted me to explain to him that he's been seeing me do in my workflow, because you guys can, DeWeese members can watch as I work through Facebook, because I stream live from my studio. And he wanted me to explain how I do pickups. And it's easy for me. I do stuff out of habit, and so oftentimes it's easy for me not to think about the impact it might have for you, for me to take a little more time to explain. So I want to show you what I do, and hopefully in hopes that it will help you with your workflow and to speed your workflow. It used to be, if I had to do a pickup, and by the way, this is a project I recorded earlier this morning for Bosch, but we'll use this as an example. But what I used to do is, if I had a pickup, let's say I needed to change a line in the middle of this, I would do one of two things. I would go
Wait,
to the end of the line.
Dad, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing I'm not seeing the
Oh,
Adobe. I'm only seeing your
Yep.
document.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there
There
we
you
go.
go. I
Okay.
appreciate that. I get carried away and I forget you can only see what I allow you to see. So here's I'm using Adobe Audition, and so let's say this is the phrase that needed to be changed. Select the reference point for the distance measurement. Select the reference point for the distance measurement. I would go to the end of the recording and start recording, so I wouldn't record over the original audio. Select the blah 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 for the blah blah blah, whatever. I'd record it, and then I would come down here, and then I would select it, and I would copy it, and then I would go over and paste it over the original line. Or I would open up a whole new file. And then I would do that, and then I would record it, and then I would take it, and then I would copy, and I would paste it, and then I would go back to the other file and paste it in. Well, there is a much, much, much easier way to do that. Let me show you what it is. So you go to the line you need to redo. Let's do this one, and mount the dual board calibration target. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to re-record that line over top of my recording in the general vicinity. Let me hear it again. And mount the dual board calibration target. And you think, oh my gosh, you just recorded over your original recording. What a travesty. No, not at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select the new line that I just recorded. I'm going to copy it. Now I'm going to undo, which will be Control Z for me. Hit Control Z. I've undone the recording. Here's the original recording. Now all I have to do is select the original recording, and I'm going to Control V, which is paste, or you can right-click paste. And now I just pasted the new line over top of it. And mount the dual board calibration target.
Hopefully I probably started doing that like a year ago. So this is not something that's just like something that you think about doing, because I'd been doing it the other way, like creating a new file and copy and pasting, just extra steps. So
and it took me for years. I did it the other way as well, and this saves over the course of a week can save hours in
Yeah.
your, if you're doing a lot of narration work, especially a lot of, it really will help increase the speed and efficiency of your workflow. I mean, it took me years to figure out the click sound to mark a mistake too. You
Yeah.
know, it took me, it's these things don't necessarily automatically, come to, even when you do this a lot, you get caught up in the work and you kind of miss the forest for the trees. So I just wanted to share that little workflow tip. Hopefully that will help you speed things up.